It is my honor today to introduce you to our distinguished Alumnus of the Year Award recipient, Emmy Award-winning producer, Augie Max Vargas. Mr. Vargas offers us a glimpse into the countless possibilities you have unlocked with your education at Mt.SAC. Let's learn more about his significant accomplishments by watching this video.
I was very fortunate enough to be born in the United States of America, and thank God my mother and my father, they both made the trek here across the Pacific Ocean and risked a lot to come out here and give me an opportunity that a lot of people back home in the Philippines do not have. I found my way to Mt.SAC via Gary High School. I knew that at least I can still continue my education while I try to figure out what I wanted to be as an adult. And then I realized that I needed to do more and I wasn't going to reach a next level. So I look back in my life and I remember a few times doing production-related things. When my father bought a video camera, the old video cameras that were on your shoulder, the big video cameras, he would say, oh, shoot the family reunion or shoot the class reunion, my class reunion that's coming up. So I was designated as the camera operator for those events. Then in grade school, we had a talent show. I really wanted to be in the talent show, but I didn't know what talent I had. So I ended up volunteering to be the stage manager for the event. And I did it, and I really enjoyed it. I loved being backstage and kind of guiding how the event was going to turn out. And so I kind of look back at those moments in my life and said, I think this is kind of the direction I need to go. I wanted to get a job in TV, and I wanted to get experience. And so I took the television production certificate, and I took every course that was in that certificate. So whether it was a voiceover for commercials class, whether it was a public speaking class, whether it was an actual on-hand class where you got to shoot things in a studio like this. And I basically tried to do as much as possible to not just get the certificate, but to gain experience and get my hands dirty with running cable and miking people up and sitting in an audio booth and being the associate director. All those things I got the opportunity to experience, and that experience was what led me to my next chapter of my life. One of my professors here took a liking to me, and from that relationship, I think she saw that I was reliable, I was worth vouching for and putting in a position of responsibility. So she spoke with her husband, who was a producer. She vouched for me and told him that he would make a great production assistant, or intern at least in this case. It takes people who believe in you, and without that, you can't really take the next step.
You know, there's certain students that just stand out, you know, and Augie was just such a shining star amongst all the students. There's just something so special about him, and he's just a great-hearted person, and so smart and so talented, and you give him an opportunity and he just takes it to the moon. That's the difference.
That was the starting point, to the 2000. From that time till the summer, I worked on every show I could, and I built this network of people who knew me and knew I was reliable. And from that time till now, I've worked on many, many projects, and I've worked my way slowly up the ladder to a point where now I'm a producer on projects. I've even worked in the White House on a PBS special where I actually got to meet and shake hands with President Obama. So all those things that I've got to do all started from the foundation that was created here and the relationships that I built along the way.
Augie Vargas has the quality of spirit that I look for in every human being that I encounter, whether it be on a social level or a professional level. And that quality is one of loyalty, one of do the right thing, one of I'll be there for you. I've got your back. And I would say humility in all things is very important to me, and Augie had all of these things and still has all these things. I think the Augie Vargas 20 years later that I met 20 years ago, my personal investment in him and his career and his friendship speaks to the effect that these qualities that I nurtured and that he possessed did pay off for him.
What I've learned about myself through the journey in television production and entertainment is that you can go far on talent, but you could go even farther on a positive attitude. Positivity is contagious. The impact the Mount San Antonio College experience had on me has been tremendous. It's the foundation for my entire career. Those experiences, those things led me to where I am now. And if it wasn't for having a good attitude and having a direction of knowing this is what I want, then I don't know if that next step would have happened. And without the foundation that I set here, none of that would have happened.
Please welcome Augie Max Vargas to the stage to accept his award.
Thank you so much. I find it fitting that I'm receiving this honor on Father's Day because there was nobody who cared more about me continuing my education than my father. God rest his soul. But when I was younger, I didn't think I could make it in college. When I was a kid, I wasn't studious like my older brother. In fact, I spent most of my recess breaks in elementary school handwriting dictionary pages as punishment for not turning in my homework. And I almost didn't graduate high school due to some juvenile shenanigans. But that all changed when I came to Mt.SAC. Although I had a rough start and I picked a major that didn't quite suit me, I took a step back, I reevaluated the situation, and I looked back at my childhood and my life, and I looked back at the things that made me smile, the things that I was good at. And I had this wacky idea that maybe I could build a career upon that. Though through the classes and opportunities made available to me on campus, I learned the skills I needed to not just survive in the industry, but to succeed. And it was through my supportive faculty, like Professor Jillian Sturkin, that I was able to learn to believe in myself and execute the skills I learned to the best of my ability. But what I truly credit my success to is what one of my mentors, David Doyle, instilled upon me, and that is positivity. One of the things that a lot of my coworkers tell me when they compliment me is that they love that I always have a smile on my face, no matter how dire the situation. You get what you give in this world, and the more positivity you can give, the more positivity you will get back. And right now, I think the world could use a little bit more of that. Thank you to my mother, Judy, my brother, Justin, and my entire family, all my friends. Thank you to my #1 cheerleader, Summer. Love you, baby. Thank you to my mentors, Professor Jillian Sturkin and the multi-Emmy award-winning Louis J. Horvitz for not just participating in that video, but also participating in my life. Thank you to Melissa Berkeley and her team, Stillman Kelly, and all the students who participated in telling my story. Finally, thanks to my fellow Mounties graduating today. Thank you to all the family and friends here in attendance and all the ones watching on YouTube. Thank you to the distinguished faculty here, especially to Marissa Fierro and Bill Lambert, who've treated me like a rock star these last few weeks. And I just want to say thank you so much for letting me share this day with you. I'm so very proud to accept this honor as your 2019 Alumnus of the Year. Thank you.